was prepared, fully prepared with PPT. But then when I saw that of when I saw the program allocated 30 minutes, I was like, oh no, PPT will not help us. And even looking at the numbers, I was like, no. And of course, the theme itself is not something like a business forum, so the PPT wouldn't help us because it's actually, as usual, it's useful for a business forum, for business presentation. But we just a topic, studying and working in China. I believe we can just dialogue about it briefly, and that's what we're going to do. So, studying in China. Now, first of all, I want to study in China and studying and working in China, the legal part. I want to break it down into three. And the first part is studying, then working, so we can stroke it like working in jobs. And then the legal way, students in the next forum.
You just see it this way, okay?
There are a lot of things that we have to consider. Now, I would like to make a submission as an appeal in a way that if we are coming here to study, we need to go through a lot of orientation, which I believe that has not been done. So I don't know whether in Ghana we have an office or through educational board whereby students have been given certain orientation or have been given orientation fully to equip them so that when they get here, they know their way out and what to do. So I want to submit to the news executives that if there's nothing like that, then we should think of it in collaboration with the embassy and to put this kind of thing in place so that when we are coming here to study, at least we will go through a whole lot of orientation, like things we are supposed to do, things we are not supposed to do, so that when we come here, things will be more easier for us. So I don't know, I stand to be corrected. I don't know if we have such office in Ghana. If we don't have, we need to fall on the government as news executives. As news this is a mature institution, right? Many are doing PhD, masters, and all that. So as mature students, we need to put things in order. So we shouldn't look at it like it's something very simple, or I don't care, I don't mind, I just want my way to come around to study and work away. No. But then, if we can take it upon ourselves to make it look attractive, it will give pathway to many of our brothers who are not willing to come to China to study. Because there is very huge misconception about China. Those days when we hear about China, many because of they used to be poor, as we all know, among the world those days. So this kind of misconception has still been there. It has been a stigma in some people. The moment you get China, oh China, what are you going to do in China? What you are going to study in China? You don't even value Chinese certificates and all that. You could remember that back in Ghana in the church, when your mobile phone rang, somebody can just shout, hey, off that Chinese phone. That word, off that Chinese phone, that fellow is trying to criticize the quality of the phone. All right, so we believe that this is a country where there are too many inferior goods, inferior products, and all that. So let those who are interested or those who do not wish to come. So program was like, okay, we're gonna have some of the embassy stuff and all that, so that they should have had this. So when that office is created there, we should also have one here. At least Nugs as an organization should also have an office here at the embassy. Right. So how do we make our study look attractive to others as an organization? Now, you realize that as you are studying, alongside some of you wanted to work, but then you don't even have that urge or that thinking to work, because the moment you enter here, they have polluted your mind. Students are not supposed to work, so they cannot do this, they cannot do that. So we're going to look at all that. Whether if you are studying here, you have to work, or you don't have to work. So we'll be looking at studying and working and the legal part. Now I want to say here that as a student in China, of course, you are not supposed to work. You are not supposed to work, but many are doing it in a way that it is working for them. So If you want to work, there's a way you have to handle it. There's a way you have to go about it. But because of time, I'll just be tapping certain things a little by bit. So those who might be interested, they can go backstage and find out probably what they are supposed to do as a student studying and working. Now, as students at the diaspora, as Nugs, how do you make your organization look attractive to others? I can believe that this is not all the students we have. We have Ghanaian students we have in China. I know faces of a lot of students, and as I look around, I can see only one person that I know. So it means that people that I know, let's say 30, 50, they are not here. All the people I'm meeting today are kind of new people. They are all new. I've not seen them before, and they don't know me either, except your president. So, Nugs as an organization, is it compulsory to all Ghanaian students in China or just to some people? But I believe it is compulsory. If it is compulsory to all, then that means we have a lot to do as an organization. So what do we do? How do we make the organization, the association, look attractive? We must know that many others want to belong to an association for its benefits, not because of they just want to play and all that. Many goes to church because they believe that some people believe, not many other believe going to heaven. Some people believe that as they go to church, God is going to bless them to give them money. They might find good husband, good wife. They believe in the material things, the benefit that comes from the church. So we have different kinds of organization. People belong to courts. They know it will benefit them. So as Nugs, what benefit do we derive from Nugs? Is it just that we want to be students to be seen together as one body? No. So let's make it attractive so that others who are not willing to join, they will say, how do we make it attractive? Make it attractive by coming together, get together. I don't know how your meetings are done, but then if maybe it's done once in a week, twice in a week, but then I can just suggest kind of submission to all of us that once in a month we can have something like get together, to come together, so that we associate, we interact with each other. And many have been here, they miss Ghanaian food and all that. So that get together should be also Ghanaian dishes. So that dishes alone will invite people who want to eat Ghanaian food or who actually are dying to eat Ghanaian food. And I don't know if we have actually done this before. If this is not done, we should put it in part of our items or things that we do. But I think it should be one of the most important things. So once in a month, we come together, a kind of fellowship to interact, to associate, to get to know each other, and eat all kinds of Ghanaian dishes that we can think of. And in that way also, the organization need funds to grow. So you don't only come as Ghanaian students, but you look around and invite some of the businessmen who are in the country, who are doing well. There are a lot of people here in China that are doing well. Only that China is so big, everybody mind their own businesses, and you don't know them. Like, I'm not here to talk about myself, but it's rather unfortunate that some of you don't even know about me. But we are there. I've been here for 17 years. 17 years, yes. So, for instance, my sister was okay, boss, please still around. When you need something else, do you want to go better wash and want that? This is my embassy. We've been together for 17 years, and I've worked with all of them, from the first ambassador. I've been there for 7 years. They all know me. Except this begin, many of them became dealing with coronavirus. We don't have that kind of interaction. But all of them, they know me. When I come there, it kind of paparazzi. In Beijing, you are around, you are around. Yes. So, I've been here with them for a long time. And they call me, do this, do that, do that. So, when we want to do that, then we can invite some of the, excuse me, I'm trying to be a bit faster. when we do that, we try to engage some of the businessmen in town, or even some of the embassies officials, to join that at that party. For me, when I say party, I don't attend loud parties as a Christian. I don't attend loud parties where there is vodka, alcoholic, and all that. People are bars, they are doing all sorts of things. No, I'm sorry to say that, but then I have my belief. I don't attend wild party, this and that. So I may come, but then I think I know what to drink and what to eat. Right. So you invite some of the embassy officials, some businessmen in town, and there are some guys that are also working, actually doing teaching job, and they're making a lot of money. There are big boys in town. You invite them. And then you don't call on them that come and help us to raise fund. When you do that, Ghanaian as we are, they will not come. Take your food, take your party. So what you just do is that, okay, boss, okay, sir, okay, this, that. We news as students, we are having a party. We just want to invite you to come and talk to us, at least things about China, how things are done and all that. So when they come, these days we all use WeChat, we all use whatever, it's not about cash anymore. When they come, it's okay, we are raising funds, this and that. So these guys, they will help you at least to make some little donation to support you. That is not the fact that we are going to raise funds there. No, because it was not planned. So that's not the fact that at the end of my presentation, Nugs will say that, okay, let's raise funds, this and that. No, in fact, when I was coming, WeChat administration informed me that my WeChat has paid too much money. So it's about to be blocked. It's about to be blocked. It's frozen.
Alipay.
The Alipay is red. The Alipay is red. So that will not happen today. But if you do that today, that means you are unfair. I'm trying to help us grow. But let's put, on a serious note, please, let's put it on notes. It is very necessary. So that is about how we can make our organization attractive for others to join us. Now, how do we, as a student in the diaspora study, how do we impress even our own embassy or the school where we study or the nation, China? How do we impress? So what do we do as a student? Now, we can come up with kind of cleanup campaign. This has not been done before. I don't know. I stand to be corrected. We have been here for 17 years. I'm not sure we have done it before. So we can come up with cleanup campaign by cleaning up the nation, by cleaning up the streets, our streets. But of course, we believe that, we all know that charity begins at home. So for us to do that, we have to start from our university, where we study. We can just wake up one day and start cleaning up. Every day, just start cleaning up. At least, even those of us who are even men, back home, we sweep a lot. We sweep. We don't know how to sweep. So you can do that as a person, but you can come together as an organization to do that. Let's say somebody is from this university, another from the art university, another from the other place. So you come as a group. So this week, we are going to these brothers. I don't know if you're a student or advice official. So this week, we are going to this our brothers university to clean up. That's what we're going to do. So when we finish that, next week, we are going to our sister university. So we do that, we make sure that we are taking care of clean up all the universities. As I'm saying this, some people may just look at, no, please. We have to make an input to get something. We have to make an input to get something. You see, if I'm so greedy as a Ghanaian, you better name Kingsley Obe, Alonian. I'm a Ghanaian. I people know that. Alonian, I'm a Ghanaian. Right. So if I'm greedy, I will not be standing here. Because, to be honest, some other associations or some other business platform and all that, they do invite me for business forum and all that. They pay my flight, my hotel, and we pay something, incentive. But I'm here just to help. The first day she came, the second day came with the VP. I said, no problem, I'll come and help you. We will get it done. So I even told them, mobilize people. some of these things, a lot of people need to get about it. Okay, we were talking about work, the legal part and all that, which most of you are itching to hear. We don't want to get about the clean out stuff. We want to hear working because we want to work. We are here to make money, stuff like that. But hey, we have to take it from somewhere. All right, we have to take it from somewhere. Now, like if Kwame Nkrumah was pretty young at the UK, Ghana would still not be independent by now. All right. So this is what we must do. As we are here, we are all about 18. Honestly, we are all holding degrees, the masters, the PhD, some are still acquiring it. That means we are mature. And many of us here are parents. We are mature. So the thing is that let's try to get ourselves involved by helping people. The more you, the Bible says, the more you help, the more you get. So for us to make Ghanaian students look unique, different in China, what are we supposed to do as a student in the diaspora, Ghanaian students? Are we just here because they have given us a scholarship? Many of us don't even know that it is not free. They don't give anything free. We have paid. Our country have paid. That is what many of you don't know. This is where they invite you for dinner. They have different agenda. It's not free. So this is what we don't know. And sometimes we like quelling for them and doing this because we're afraid to be deported. No, we'll be talking about that. You have to be bold, you have to be strong so that they don't get you cheated. So, how do we raise the emblem of our country, Ghana, and to make Ghanaian students as looks unique? That is why, because we are talking about studying. We're going to come to work level, which many of us want to hear, and then the legal part. Right, but at the top, I'm trying to follow the theme, studying and working in China. So I'm talking about studying. So what goes in the studying is what we are looking at. So how do we raise the emblem as a Ghanaian student? For us to be known in our university and for us to be known as a nation, what do? We can organize a clean-up campaign. And we must start this from our campus, our university. I believe we can do this. Have we done it before? What about the past students? Have they done it before? We can do this. So, now that I've been whispered that I'm not a national president, then you have to pass this across all for the whole other chapter to embrace this. So we start from university to university. Then after that, then we have been recognized at the university. So even if in a case you wanted to work and then you realize that you've been caught as a student or something happened as a student, no. These Ghanaian students, these Ghanaian people are good. These Ghanaian students, they are unique. Leave this guy. Because of the good thing that you have done to that university, it has been registered in that university. Ghanaian students, they are good, they are this and that. So as a note, as a student, Ghanaian students, this is some of the things we can do to impress our university. Then, after we have taken care of the university, we have to impress the nation. Because the university, our activities might be limited to them. It might be limited to them. So, they may not inform the nations about whatever is going on at the various universities. So, we have to take our clean-up campaign to the streets and clean up the street. Just start cleaning. When we do this, we have to fall on some of the businessmen or the big guys who are in Canada doing well for sponsorship so that we can appear in one of their very selective news center. Let's say CCTV 6 or CCTV News. All right? So, wow, most people are this. Who are these black people? Oh, because the whole thing will be translated because you have money from sponsors, so we can go into the media, TV or news or whatever, but the TV will work that more. So they will even interview the president or whatever involved. So it will be both English and Chinese. Oh wow, these Ghana people are good. Oh, China, right? They are very good. They are good. They this and that. So you are raising name for yourself as Ghanaian students, raising name for the embassy here, and raising name for Ghana. And this, if anyone wants to come to China to study, hey, give them way. Ghanaian people are good. Give them way. So this is a kind of project Nugs can try to do. So I think we should put it on the record and see how best we can handle it. So clean up, and of course, we have to look for sponsorship for T-shirts and cap. We don't just go in our plain clothes and what mufti. No. So we have our T-shirts and cap, and of course, Beijing. This is some of the products also Beijing things produce. So when you come, we see how best we can help you to subsidize this. Either we're going to give it free, or we say, okay, you nothing comes for free as we're in the land of China. So you maybe just drop something small so that we give you the T-shirt. It's for you. Just like that of this of my brother. You see, not that one that when you wash it, it is falling back, falling there, and then sometimes distracting some of our ladies, and the guys are just somehow. But the one that can equip you, tight you, just like the one my brother is wearing. And with a cap, I believe that they kept that T-shirt.
Yeah, actually.
You have it.
Yeah.
Right. So we'll have a T-shirt and a cap. Then when we go out to clean up, we wear our T-shirt and our cap. That's a Ghanaian student. This we can do. Now, that is about how to impress ourselves in our universities and the nation, giving name to ourselves and then giving name to the embassy and Ghana. Now, among ourselves, why we can't come together as no student, as students from the same country? Why? What is happening? Every day, our meetings are fighting, family misunderstanding, this and that. What? So we find a way to cut that off and try to develop love for each other and try to bring ourselves together. So we also find a way of helping each other as students in the diaspora. We should stop minding our own business, all right? Because some of us are married, we have family back home, this one, this, that, so I have to send my stipend, this and that. We don't want to help. No, as we are sitting here, I only had one name as Muhammad. That our brother Muhammad, that means he belongs to different belief. But Muslims also help. But I can say that 90% of Ghanaians are Christians. Only that when we come to China or we travel out of our country, we hide our Bible somewhere, and because we don't want to know we are Christian. Oh no, I left Africa. God will take us everything. Then we try to do this, do that. No. Then when we go back, oh, we have arrived. No. So if you are a child of God, you should believe in helping. So if we try to help each other among ourselves, so these people are good. This group, they like helping. I want to be part of them. Oh, I was sick. They came to visit me. I was at a hospital. They came to visit me. They brought some fruit. They brought this. This nurse is good. They are helping. Oh, even I don't have anything today. Oh, they have given me something. So we try to help each other, and this will make the group look attractive, and many others will like to join. I believe we can do this. So that is about helping each other. Then the other part is that we engage in care-to-care, which I've tried to talk about before. So this also attracts many other people. Now, the thing is, if we are working, we are studying, can we also work as a student? The answer is no or yes. No, because they have not allowed students to study. But many students, they have not allowed the students to work. But many other students are working. Actually, they are working. So what you have to do, is just be smart. You just be smart that you don't get caught. Alright? It is not actually that you don't work this and that. You see, they have their way of doing things that when they say, okay, let's do this, it becomes so mercy. For us, many of us have this kind of wrong perception that they don't want church in China, this and that. So there is church in China. You are free to go to church. You are free to worship whatever you believe in. They don't stop you. The thing is that don't carry religious activities on campus at the university. When you are working, don't carry religious activities at the company you are working or wherever you find yourself. But you have the right to do whatever you want. It's part-time. Actually, let's say Saturday. Saturday, if you have a job, and the job aspect, the 90% of the job aspect is kind of teaching job. I believe which most of you know, teaching job. That is if you are in school. What you can do is just a part-time because you are still in school studying. So as a student who is studying and wants to work, you cannot get a full-time job in any company, right? As a part-time worker, no. But then you can get a part-time job in a school to teach, and then the salary is good. All right. When we start talking about the salary now, some of you will never wish of going back to Africa because what you receive, even at the time that now that the dollar is very high, when you change, you realize that your 1 or 2 years job that you have done before in your 1 or 2 years job that you have done before in Ghana is not even out to that salary. Even 3 years. Because if you want to talk about the basic alone, the minimum salary that you can get from a teaching job, which is 10,000 RMB minimum. Like that's the least. If you convert that now into Ghana cedi, it is about 21,000 Ghana cedis, right? Then we talk about the middle, 15,000. Then it's about 30-something thousand Ghana cedis. Then you cannot, of course, you can get 20,000 RMB. Then we're talking about 42,000 Ghana cedis. So realize that if you have to work, and of course, these are just the average. Many are making 30,000 from their teaching job. Many, a lot of people that I know. Right? If I tell you something, I know what I'm saying. So it's not something that you can doubt. And I know what I'm saying. So if you get this kind of money, you pack it. If you can buy one of the big villa in one of these big estates, for example, or East Legon and stuff like that, it's actually big. Only that many are in the dark, they don't know their way around. So because you are still in school, this is what you can do, part-time, seek for part-time job to support yourself. And usually that you can find job at the training centers. You know, we have what we call training centers. I believe most of you are already engaged in the teaching job and then you heard about some of these things. English training center. They usually work over the weekend, Saturday and Sundays. All right, and then the weekdays they work in the evening. But then the weekends they work on Saturdays. The weekends they work Saturday and Sunday. So, as a student, I don't want to be so greedy to say that okay, Sunday you have. If you happen to get a job over the weekends, you can do it. And then when you get to the school, so now we are putting job and study together and job as a whole. All right? So, if you get a job, be it a part-time or whatever, the first thing you have to do, so the legal, because of the time, I'm going to grammar. So the legal part is coming in. All right? The legal part is coming in. Now the first thing to guarantee you that you are working in this school, you are working in you make sure that you get a contract signed. In our country, we don't care about contracts because, oh, this man is my friend, or no problem, or he's my church member, he's a deacon, he's an elder, or my pastor will be introduced, oh, they are all my church members, so they cannot fire me. Now, this is not done here. It is not done here. But because they know you are foreign students, they may take advantage of you. No Chinese will go and seek a job. No Chinese will get employed without signing a contract. Contract first before job begin. Contract is very important to them. But many of us, we don't do that. Many of them have problems with their jobs level. Sometimes they come to me, oh, Beijing, they help me with this and that. So what I ask, do you have a contract? Oh, I said we should sign a contract. They are cursing me. What do you mean they are cursing you? You see, you should have signed contract. But we are kind of like, no. We are not poor. Come on, we are not poor. At least we were not hungry before we all got here. No. So let's be patient and stop the rush. Make sure you get a contract signed before you first step to work for your first day. And as you receive the contract, you glance through, okay, everything is in order. Now, they will tell you, okay, my boss does not speak English. Okay, the contract has to be in Chinese because my boss cannot read English. No, but I'm not Chinese. So, it has to be both versions. All right? So, you have the English version and then the Chinese version. So, you make sure that you have read through the English version and get the sign. You make sure you put your signature there, and you make sure the company that is employing you put their stamp and signature. You should actually know the name of the company, be a school, be a company. You should actually know the name, and that name in the stamp should appear there and sign. They don't just accept. You don't say, okay, I'm going to work in Ghana embassy, and then the stamp that is signing is Zimbabwe embassy. What kind of job is that? So you have to be very careful with this way. The way they handle things, they like to take advantage of people and just use you. And the fact that, some of us, we like to be bloated, and then we like places, and because they can engage you with too much food. You like food. They can, in fact, let's go, those of you who like to drink. Maybe you don't know, but because you enter China, you say, oh, China, I'll do anything. I'll do anything. When I go back, I'll change, I'll repent. So you engage, some of them can even arrange a lady for you. Those guys who are immoral. Some of them can even arrange a lady for you to convince you, to make you feel at work, to make you feel around with them. And they splash fools and all stuff for you to confuse you, so you forget your contract. And you start job. Then at the end of the day, you start having problems. Your salary is not paid, this and that, the problems started coming. So we must first make sure that the contract is signed. Now, your salary is properly discussed and put in the contract. It is not you sign the contract first, then later salary will be negotiated. No, you know how much it's going to take. Contract is signed, then you start your job. Now, at a part of the legal way, so student that is part-time, contract should also be signed. Part-time, contract should also be signed. Then, as you're out of school, you graduated, you want to work. All right, so if you want to work, now the job aspect is very big. So now that you're out of school, you are free to work wherever you want to work. Let's say all sort of companies. All right, you can work in any company across China, and it is not that difficult as many of us think. It only depends on your field of study, what you study, right? If you are doing social science, then what are you doing? You see, so it depends on the field of study, all right? So, like some people say, okay, science. So which department are they going to put you? But people who get job fast are the business guys, the business students, right? Those who are very business. That is why, I'm actually rushing and jumping a lot, because the 30 minutes they have given me is actually over. If I should check my watch, all right? Because as a guest speaker, that should be one of the reasons why we should gather gaze. To me, it's more important than any other things for us to do ourselves. It's the reason why we're in China, all right? Citation, photograph, and all that. These are minor things, all right? We should get to Q. Why we are in China? Why we want to study? Why we want to work? Why we want to make money? Then you allocated 30 minutes for me, and my 30 minutes is over. I have not done anything. At least an hour. If it's about me, then don't worry. Those who know me, I can stand from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. I don't get tired. I've been to many forums, all right? But if it's about you, then I will find a way to make it snappy for you. And I don't also start something that I cannot finish. I cannot sleep when I don't finish. All right. But then I want us to help each other. So, as you are graduated, you are qualified to work in any company that is legally registered. And that company is qualified to provide you a working visa. All right? That company is qualified to provide a working visa. Now, in terms of jobs, what kind of jobs do we do? All right, you want to work at a company as a business. You have started a business, let's say marketing, or any other business field. All right, marketing or any other business field. So you get employed so easily in many of these international companies that are doing international transactions and all that. So you come in as a marketer or as a sales, and then sometimes you are right there at the office or at a company. Sometimes you're on the run, traveling from one place to another, going to negotiate with clients or partners, or going to place an order or receiving order and doing all that for the company. So these guys, they make a lot of money. So that is why studying in China, you should actually know the course that you're coming to do here, and if you really want to stay into work, all right? But if you're a teacher back home, then that teaching certificate has brought you here, then you should also go to the teaching field, because we're going to talk about teaching field here, all right? So as you have been employed in that company, we talked about the first thing you have to do before the visa, you have signed a contract. Then you should also check the kind of visa they will give you. All right, that company that employ you is a legal company, has the legal license to apply for a working visa for you. So you have a working visa. I don't know if there are some people who want to get this, because I'm just holding this because the number is big. If people are out, just put it down because it's actually 80. Some only hear from this one, right? Because the number is few, and I'm used to this. All right. So, right. Thank you so much. So, after you've gotten your certificate, your contracts, after you've gotten your contract, the next thing is visa. That contract should fetch you a visa, a legal visa to work. And the kind of visa they should give you should be Z visa. That's a working visa. Z visa with a working permit card. I don't know if some of you have seen a card before. It's a kind of card. I think I have one in my lab there. Those of you who have a feel to actually know the rest of what it actually means, so that when you see it, you know, okay, this is what it means. You can, it's actually on the PPT, but we are already the projector, so you can get to me and what to have a look. Right. So a working permit card is a card, all right, that's given to you as a permit to work, and the visa is actually in the passport. So it's Z visa. This visa allows you to work. So once you have this visa, you are free to work in that company. Now, this about, and then it can be a manufacturing company, or a trading company, or a company that is engaged in business. All right. Then the guys who study, let's say, building and construction. Of course, you also work in a company, but then you are around with the construction field and all that. Then those who study sort of engineering and all that, some of them have the chance to work in the factories. All right, I don't know if some of you have studied that. You have the right to work at a factory level, and of course with machines or handling productions and all that. And all this come with big salary. In fact, if we wanted to be talking about a salary, some people will faint. All this come with big salary. Right. Now, that is about company level. And one challenge of getting job in the companies, some of the companies, one big challenge is when you don't speak Chinese. All right, especially with these construction companies, they like guys that are fluent in Chinese because they travel a lot with you. They travel a lot to other countries. There are a lot of guys here that have studied. One guy from Beijing, actually, with this Chinese construction firm, they are even working in Ghana. You see, so those of us about a study issue, those of us who do not take Chinese seriously, I'm just here to study 1 year, 2 years, and go. No, you will regret it. Even if you go back to Ghana and they are speaking Chinese, oh, I've been to China before, but it pains me how I did not learn this language. Why would I regret? Let's take the chance now and study Chinese. Ni hao. Ni hao ma. So we take the chance to study Chinese. We get employed so easily. In fact, if you can speak Chinese and you enter that office, he or she will forget to ask about your certificates. Talk, this, talk that. Oh, it's time for lunch. Let's go for lunch. You've got a job. Only Chinese, because they are not after our PhD, or the masters, or what. PhD is not even needed here. That degree and master's fine. So they are not after our certificates actually. No. They are after the practical inputs. Alright? So the practical inputs come first, then your Chinese aspects. So you realize that even if you're a foreign student and you have graduated from here and you got a job in a company, you can speak very good Chinese. Some of these companies will even give you accommodation. Alright? Because Chinese who are not from Beijing, from other provinces, and then they are here, have gotten some good companies to work with. They are providing them accommodation. So if you can speak Chinese, you will even get employed before that Chinese class, because you have two things: you speak English and you speak Chinese, and you're a foreigner. And then what? Yes. So you get a job. So please, if you don't know how to speak, it's not about writing. Some people can write very well, they can speak. Some people can speak, they can write. That is me. I speak, I can write. I can only write my name in Chinese and read the minor characters. But I flow with them, very fluent. This one is not boasting, it's the fact. Very fluent with them. There are laws, there are that, we challenge each other. So when some of these people have problem, they come to my office and say, let's go there. When they see me, when I started flowing, at this one you know too much. Good, okay, let's do that, and it is settled. So learn the Chinese, it will help you, all right? I think some of us actually thought of coming here to stay and work, but because we are not being equipped with proper information, and then we have no reason to go back. But if this information is available to us, then let's start quickly to work on it. So that is about the company side. Now about a teaching job, which is very dominant and more that anyone can just get. You don't need to speak Chinese, because they don't even want you to come and speak Chinese. They want you to teach oral English. And you don't go there to teach any aspect of English except oral. So you don't go there teaching grammar, composition, and this and that, or because my grammar is good, I want to teach it. They say don't teach grammar. Why you want to teach grammar? Teach spoken English, oral, all right? And that is open to anyone from kindergarten. So it is from kindergarten to university level. So, and some of us fear teaching, but it pays more than any other job in this country if you can teach. And the teaching, you see, I don't, it's not like I want to convince you, but I really want to understand something, that the teaching here is different from teaching in Ghana. All right, here, nobody regard you as a people teacher. If you have not studied education, nobody regard you as a people teacher. It is where in Ghana, even if you are holding a PhD, you have not done education, then you want to apply for, you don't want to go to the university, you want to go to the high school or the basic level. You have not done education, you are a people teacher. I believe we know this. Some of us know you are a people teacher, right? But here, there's not a people teacher. And then they are not after your educational certificate or whatever. They just, what they look at is that you speak good English, good accent. They're after the accent. So, for instance, those years, the one guy went for a job, he lost, said, oh, why you lost? He said, math. What is math? He said, math. Yes. He said, we could if you idea me to be young. Is it my dad? I say math. Yeah, because that is it. You see? So we should, and then some of them are very educated, though they can't speak the English, but when you speak, they understand. And then they also know and then they know the pronunciation. So sometimes you realize that before you can accept any job, just like at a company level, before you can accept any job at education field, at any school, you have to do demo. I don't know if you heard about this. You have to do demo. You do a demo class. And during the demo class, like 30 minutes, you see that some of them take their phone, they are checking pronunciation online, how you are pronouncing. This is why I say math. But why the computer is saying math? This math cannot teach here. So you are disqualified. All right. This one say ear. This one cannot teach here. So please, all about our degree or whatever, the system here is different. Pronunciation. And then the accent. You don't go there with this, the tree accent, the airway accent, the northern accent. Try to polish it a bit. Sometimes when some of the guys, you realize that when they have been here for a while, when they are speaking with you, like they are just coming from America. All right. They used to say, so you go there and say, water. What is water? So water. Right. Water. Oh, just terminal. All right. Terminal. Okay, terminal. So you just realize that these guys are just not coming from America. All right. All because you want to get a job. All right. So among ourselves, we can speak anything. All right. Even without minding the grammar. But then when you go there, the accent, the pronunciation, this is what you have to work on. And then you get a job. Now, many of the schools cannot provide you a working visa. This you have to know. Many of the schools cannot provide you a working visa. So why? Because some of these schools, they also don't have the license to actually employ a foreign teacher, but then they are also operating. So both of you are going illegal way. All right. So but what they can do is that is when they hire you, because if you want to work in a school as a teacher, the kind of visa should be given you is teaching visa. You know, we have different types of working visa. We have different types of resident permit. That is Z, the working. Then we have visa for a working visa for talent. Talent like kind of let's say games like you play basketball or football or kind of special talents. All right, you will be provided a visa to that effect. Then working visa for so every visa they provide you as working, it has its category specification, right? It's written there. The visa has different categories that is useful for where you have to work. So if you are going to teach in a school, the school has to provide you teaching visa, which is a teaching Z, and they cannot do that. They cannot do that because that school is not having the educational license. So they are operating illegally. So what they do is that they are registered as a company. So what they do is that they put you on their company, they put you on their company certificate as you are in this school as a manager or as a supervisor or as this, as that. And you actually be holding that kind of visa category, but then you are teaching. You'll be teaching there. And because they don't have the license, sometimes police or immigration will be checking on them. So at any time things of this nature will happen, they will alert you. So they don't come to school. But sometimes even if it happens that the people did not inform them before coming, and then they just enter, they'll quickly ask you to go to office and to sit just as you are not doing anything. So some of these things we have to look at. There's some cannot provide visa for you at all. That is where you have to come in with your own visa and your own accommodation. Because a school that hire you should provide visa and accommodation. But if that is not done, then you have to provide your own visa and accommodation. And then if you have your own visa and accommodation, you are allowed to work in any school. You are hotcake. But to acquire your own visa is a bit expensive. A bit expensive. And this is what many others find so difficult. And then they couldn't get a chance to work and then they have to go back home. Some even ignore it and stay in illegally. So for you to get your own visa, you need to register. You can register a company. All right. You can just register a company. And then we have three types of company registration. It can be a foreign investment. That means you have a company in Ghana, and then you are using that company in Ghana to register a company here. So that would be kind of representative office. All right. Then you can also register a company here with Chinese. If the foreigner is the legal representative, that person, that company becomes a foreign company. You can then the local one, Chinese is the legal representative, then the foreigner is supporting. And company registration here is all about limited liability. In Ghana, we have the sole proprietorship or the enterprise, and also the limited liability. So the limited liability that should involves many people, one, two, or more people. But then the enterprise or sole proprietorship, that is just one. But here, one person cannot register a company. It can be five or four. Yes, so that it is always limited liability. So for you to get a company registered, to have your own company, to get your own visa, to work, you can come together as friends. Because one, two, three can come together and register one company. And that involves a cost and the process, which we can't talk about it now because of the time factor. So those who might be interested in that category, then they can find way how to work on it. So you can register your own company to get your own visa. That is another aspect of resident visa. We have marriage visa. If you want to know detail about it, then we can talk about it in the future. Then student visa can work somehow part-time. So all the visa types can work, but then they have field that they are allocated to. So these are the things that we have to observe. So about students, as students in China to study and to work, it involves a lot. It's not that cumbersome, but then it's just our imagination. And if time will permit, we could break it down. But I think because of your time, I just want to make it brief. And if there is any question, like one or two, then we can take it. If there's no question, then I would like to land here because of your time. And then when I seeing face, because I've been a lecturer before, so when I'm seeing faces, I know that something, something, something. I like faces that are smiling. When you are smiling, it motivates me to flow more. But when I see your faces, then I say, no, the spirit is dying. Then I have to pause. So I have to pause, and then if there is one or two questions we have to take, then we will do that. But if there's no question, then I have to say I'm done, and thank you for having me. God bless you.
Thank you very much. I think, so please, can we invite someone? Okay, yes.
Okay, so thank you very much. Please, I would like to ask, you emphasize much about people who did, let's say, MBA and all the construction. Some of us are already into the leadership field, and we like to know how convenient it is for us to have a job here, and maybe if you had a series of encounters and experiences, and how you went about it.
Now it's easy. If I've said earlier, more easier with your Chinese aspect, Chinese background. More easier. You might get a job easily with one of these foreign international companies that they don't mind about, especially Beijing is kind of few, but Shanghai a lot. Shanghai a lot. So with your field is quite okay. Then IT, those who have done IT, they also have a great chance. And then that's the business aspect, the construction aspect, the IT, and all that. They get jobs so easily. But then with Chinese background, it's more faster, more faster. Right.
Thank you. Please. Any other? Okay. So that's that.
Yes. With all that you have said, it's saying that if someone doesn't help you, you might not reach where you want to reach. So maybe if you have some connections or maybe some available opportunities, maybe you can put it on board so that those who are interested can.
Right. I don't think if you want us to do that because of the, a lot of things are cut. You see that my mouth is even dry because I was rushing. 30 minutes. I was rushing because, but it's okay, That's why I said I'm not here in a capacity as a guest speaker, but as your brother, okay, as one of us for us to interact, to talk, to communicate. So it's okay. It's not all the time we want to see things on time. No, it's okay. Hello? And then I'm very happy to see all of you. So the connections are there, and then also the websites are there. I don't know if you know about LinkedIn. Have you heard about LinkedIn? Right. Then Asiaspire, LinkedIn, and then okay, that is about all kind of jobs. Then about a teaching job, ESL, right? ESL, that is teaching job. Now, one thing I've omitted due to rushing of the time allocated to me. Now, the teaching job aspect is sometimes difficult for non-native English speakers, non-native, right? Sometimes I don't want to go deep to scare some of you because if you mention something that is not well explained, the person loses interest, all right? But then if you have that challenge, you have to apply for TESOL. TESOL is a kind of certificate. You can actually acquire that certificate legally and then officially, all right, by going into to the school, to studying online and all that. But there are many others that have also acquired that certificate overnight, and then they are using it. It's working for them overnight, all right. Just let's say within 1 hour they have acquired, and it's original, and they are using it. TESOL. It's authentic, and they are using it. Many guys, they are using it. So that is TESOL. That is teaching English
as a foreign language
to speakers of other language. TESOL or TEFL. TEFL. If you have these two, regardless you are non-native English speaker, you will have a job at any level. Right. So you can apply it. You can apply to study this course online if you actually want to have it for the future. But then if you don't want to waste some little money, I think some few dollars, it's not that much. If you don't want to waste it, you can study overnight and then apply it overnight. And it's authentic. It works, right? It's not cheating, all right? It's not cheating. It works. Yes. Right.
Okay. Thank you very much. Please, when you are about answering, kindly mention your name so that we can put that on record. Okay. Thank you very much. Yes, Edna.
Thank you for the opportunity. My name is Asasi. And my
Oh, you
yeah,
can see
Asasi
that.
Yawa.
You can see that.
And my question, okay. And my question is regarding the visa.
Mm.
You mentioned earlier in your presentation that every company that employs you gives you a contract and a visa. And my question is, can I work in one or two companies with one company's visa? Assuming company A employs me and offers me a visa, and for some reason I don't want to work in company A again, I want to work with company B. Can I still use that? Am I supposed should
No.
I mean it's a visa now?
No. It's a visa, but it's not just a visa.
Thank you.
Yes, no. The answer is no. You see, some of these things can be well explained, all right? But because I could not see smiling faces and at the time, so I thought, you see, for me, when I'm doing presentation, I don't like bonio faces. You see, when you smile, it motivates the presenter, the lecturer. But the bonio is like, I tell you, and I say,
We are so keen.
only that I have my own ways of engaging with people, but it's part of my jokes, okay? In fact, people love to be quiet to absorb more because sometimes when you are smiling, you even distract the
Presenter.
person.
Yes.
Like, why this person is smiling like this? What does she want? Right. So, just like my sister have said, no. In fact, actually, the moment immediately you are leaving that company, your visa will be cancelled. Immediately, you say, my brother, he knows the system. Yes, immediately you are leaving that company, your visa will be cancelled right away. Except that if you talk to them, some do talk to them that, they need one or two things to do before they leave the country. So probably, if you are lucky, your visa has like maybe some few months to expire, then you can hide around and use it to do something. But some who are that very wicked, they make sure that you have like some few days for your visa to expire, they lay you off, that buy ticket and go. All right. So the visa will be canceled. So sometimes people have visa in their passport, but a working permit is canceled. It's canceled at that aspect, that bureau. We have two things: the working visa, which is in the passport. All right. Then you have a card, a working permit card. It's also from a different department. That one is canceled. Because if the company refuses to even do that, it goes against the company. You have to cancel it because they check the kind of people who are working with you. So that will be cancelled. Now, if I should clarify your question more better, earlier, as you said, you are like, if you have a visa from A, can it also be used to work at B? Not like you're actually leaving A. Now, if company A employed you and you're working with them, that visa can only work with that company. If you are working with my company, you can work with his company. No, because it is only my company that has employed you. The system is a way that even a visa that is coming from Beijing as a working visa cannot work in other city or other provinces. No, it's not allowed. So unless, let's say, this company is a group of company and then they have branch in other places, other cities, other provinces, and it's okay, you go there and work. All right, unless something like that. But if just a visa from this company to be moved, or as you're even here, you are still working in other company, is illegal. Though you can do that and try to be smart, but then it's illegal. But then anything happens, you can do that. And if it's like you have finished with them and then you want to take their visa to go and work at other places, it is not allowed. Like I've said before, the visa is even cancelled. So it's invalid. Right.
Add small to what?
Yes. Add more.
The reason is those who go through agents, the agent will fetch you a visa. On your visa, on your passport, maybe working with company A. However, the job you're doing is teaching. That is why so many people are being swept away. You have the permit, but not for teaching because you pass through agents. So the Chinese system is that the company you are having their visa, that is where you're supposed to be working at. Uh-huh.
That is when you have acquired your own visa.
Yeah.
Because your visa can be acquired by yourself. Here, it is the company that has applied that visa for her. So that's what I've explained. But you see, because of the time, you can acquire your own visa by registering your company or also by going to agency. Agent can provide you visa. You can use it to work anywhere. And you pay them hugely. But some people fear to register their own company, which is actually the most easier thing to be done. But they don't do that because they are thinking of maybe they have misunderstanding of paying tax and all that, which is not even the case because they don't know much about it. But registering your own company is better than you going to agency to apply visa from agency because that agent one day can just call you say, okay, we cannot give you visa anymore. Many others have problem with agency that have applied visa from agency and then they've gone overstay. Some have issue with immigration. Some visa was even cancelled. And then they went to extend. They found out that the immigration said, no, this visa has been cancelled. So issue with agency, I will not advise you going to agency to apply for visa. If you need a visa to stay, to be at peace, find a way to register your own company and to be on your own company visa. It's your company. You can use the visa to work at wherever you wanted to work, whatever you wanted to do. You can use the visa to do that. So this we must know. And for working with agency, please let us be very, very careful. Otherwise, some have given them money. They have not even seen their passport. All right. It's just like travel and toy even in Ghana. All right. It is happening here. Some of the visas the agents give you are even fake. This you have to know. So to emphasize more about the legal path, avoid going to agency that you are not too sure of to apply for visa. Avoid that. To emphasize more about the legal path. Right. So that is it. Yeah.
Maybe the last person.
Based on what you said just a few minutes ago, maybe company has given the visa and in maybe this branch, but then they assign you to another branch. I've heard stories or I've known someone who was arrested because the person was working in the different branch of that same company. So in this case, what is
Yes.
yeah.
It is also not allowed. But when you arrive at that province, a new visa coming from there, because your visa is registered in the passport, Beijing. Then the company at Guangzhou is also Beijing King, is part of Beijing King group of companies. But then as long as you're working there, because the moment you arrive there, within 24 hours, you have to get registered at a police station. All right. And then you have to let them know what you are doing there. Okay. So if you're working at that company, your visa has to come from Guangzhou. So that branch there will, with some time, might cancel your visa to issue another visa from the bureau, from Guangzhou or from that city. So it works that way.
So the person is just going there for like 1 week.
Or no, if just for 1 week, then no problem. But if you're going to stay at the other branch to work,
Because why are you here? Your business says you're
no,
working in this
it's
place.
just 1 week. It's just 1 week. So that is where it happens. It happens. This happens. That's the way it is even done in our countries, or we are from Ghana. So let's say in Ghana, the way it's done in Ghana. If you cannot defend yourself, that's why people take advantage of you. Now, one aspect of visa issues of foreigners walking around or working in China and walking around, stop even moving around with your passport if you really want to. I wanted to omit a whole lot of things, but I realized that the environment is so free, right? Even if the ambassador is there, I'll still say what I want to say. Yes, I am me, that is me. So stop walking around with your passport, right? Even if the Chinese relationship is there, I will say the same thing. But of course, they said carry your passport along wherever you are going. But I tell them my passport is not ID card. Okay, it can get here, or some people passport got lost on the taxi. Sometimes it got torn. Sometimes it rains, and then a whole lot of things. When your passport is missing, now you are coming to the embassy, apply for a new one. But that passport, it has a lot of visa. It can even support your traveling to other countries because of reference to the visa. All right. So I am telling you, you don't have to carry your passport around. What you have to do is that you take picture with your phone. You take a picture of the data page and then a visa page. All right, but you don't even show to people anyhow. All right, so at circumstances where you find yourself in another country or even involved in an issue with immigration or police, don't quickly show your passport. This is the way it happens in Ghana. When the police, you are driving and they arrest you, what do they ask first? Driver's license. So he will detain you. All right. So the moment they lay hands on your passport, and then you cannot even speak proper Chinese, you are dead. They will even carry you to the station. So even if the passport is actually with you, even in your bag, don't show it to them. You just, where's your passport? Okay, now it's true that you are actually from Beijing, then you've gone to Guangzhou or other cities. You just tell them, no, you are here just for business. Sometimes we have to be smart a bit. You are here not actually to work. Why do we talk too much? I'm here on a business, or I'm here to visit a friend. I'm just here for sightseeing. Okay, now, where do you live? I live in a hotel. Where is your hotel? It's far away, far somewhere. Far somewhere. All right, so we just have to be smart. It's the smartness. You see, when the Bible says Joseph survived, it is wisdom. Okay, it's wisdom. All right, God was at his side, but then he used the wisdom of God to survive and to enter Potiphar's palace. All right, so we have to apply wisdom. We have to be smart. Sometimes we become so scared. Oh, this and that. We start talking too much. So you are going there. You just went there for 1 week. You don't tell the person you are here to work. Are you actually there to work for 1 week? No, it's for sightseeing or visiting a friend or something. And don't tell them you've left your passport at hotel. Sometimes you can even tell them you have left your passport is at the embassy. They are working on it. You see, a lot of things I'll be telling when they come to my office. But because of the time, I don't want to talk that much. I coach them. I do coach them a lot. Even when you are caught actually at job site, being in a school, especially the teaching job, when you are caught, this is what you do. You don't show them your passport and all that. Sometimes, even if you have the chance to run. Run. That's it. So it's so easy if you just use your wisdom. Right. Run. Don't mind if you are wearing high heels, remove it. Run. Just time, do timing. There was one guy, he said the police actually entered the classroom. So where's your passport? He asked him to write his name because he has been oriented, well trained. He said, boss, you know what I did? As you told me, I wrote different names. He said the passport, I left the passport was with the embassy. They are working something on it. Okay, then write your name. He wrote different name, different passport number. And then he ran, he left. He refused to go to the school because he said the policeman went there the next day again to check on him. So he stopped going there. You see, so you have to be smart. That's how it works. Right.
Yeah.
Yes, you perspective.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Right.
Yeah.
I think that will be all right.
Yeah. Thank you very much. No, let me see. Sure. So you
Dominic,
make this.
Yes.
is the thing still on?
Yeah, it has only 10 minutes. Let me create another.
Okay, create another.
One hour.
But it's not on.
I want to create another one.
Okay, so whilst we wait for the new Zoom meeting, something to action. I don't have anything. Okay. Whilst we wait for that, thank you very much, Beijing Ken, for the insightful message and the kind of experience that you have. I think most of us have tapped into those, and moving forward, we would see how we can merge our reason for being here, right? Thank you so much. So the next will be reviewing the year's activity, and it will be done by Kobe. Okay, sorry. Yes. Oh, yeah, sure. Now, is it ready?
The Zoom.
It's not ready. Yeah, it's consent.
All right. So next we are going to Zoom. We are going to
So we'll be projecting the documents, and he'll be presenting. He's actually in Ghana. He finished with his studies, so he's currently in Ghana. So he'll be joining us through Zoom. He and the vice president. So let's just give it. Yeah, the vice president. So the vice president. Yeah, he's still also acting in the capacity of the president, because our dear lady here has left his position and now is the next president, the Nugs China president. So she left her position. Is this still ready? Is it ready? Okay. Share the link.
Yeah, waiting for the link. Share the link.
Is it a group? Dominic. This one didn't have a link. No. This one have a link.
okay. Then send ID on It's the no signal.
Charlie?
Charlie, you should on the lights.
I don't want to fucking switch. So it's a copy, right?
No, see, you are the okay, yeah. Done.
Actually, they don't become heavy.
Kobe?
Kobe. Unless
Hello, Kobe. Please, can you hear us?
Yeah.
All right, sure.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes.
But can you hear me?
yes. Please go
Okay.
ahead.
Go on, we can hear you. The technology in Ghana is best. You go on. So when okay, so with the review the report, we have the overview. That is it was required by NEC to give them a report when we are done with everything. So this is what we did and we sent to them. And then this basically talks about everything that we've done and everything that went on during our tenure as Nugs executives of Beijing.
I don't know. Say
So,
when you're anything say. So we use the phone. I know.
so
Tell him.
we have the membership. We have 50 members who are registered 50 members. And I think on the page we have more than 50 people on the page, but I think so far 50 people have registered into the system. And then with the administration of the Nugs Beijing, these are the outgoing executives. So we have the provincial coordinator.
Mr. Kobe.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, please, can you turn your phone in a horizontal? Like,
Okay,
all right.
Is it okay?
All right, sure,
Yes,
sure.
yes.
Thank you very much.
All right, you're welcome. So these are the chapter executives, the outgoing chapter executives. So these are the names: the provincial coordinator, the president, vice president, general secretary, the financial secretary, organizing secretary, and the acting organizing secretary. So these are the names of the outgoing executives. So we have chapter committees so to assist the executives in the handling of activities and other obligations. So we have these committees. Where basically, we came up with one. I think we tried with other committees, but it didn't come as planned. It didn't come out as planned. So the one that came out as planned was the Electoral Commission. which we had our elections not long ago. So these are the electoral commission, the chairman and the members that made up the electoral commission. So now with the next one, the fourth point is our achievements, what we've achieved so far in the 2023-2024 academic year. So with our achievements, we had online meetings. And to discuss matters arising, present our financial reports and upcoming activities. And then our chapter also had a team of like various chapters in this one in China, Beijing. Beijing also helped in the pickup team to pick up students from the airport and then help them so that they do not become stranded. You know, you coming to China first and not getting help from anyone can actually be hectic. So we helped in doing this thing and getting it done, getting people from the airports and then assisting them so that they can give them a smooth running and then to help them get into school safely. And the next activity we had was Aquaba Night. That is to welcome the new students, and then also this one was served as a moment for us as executives to meet members, whether old or new, also to talk about things and then have discussions. Since this was a first activity, face-to-face activity we had as as an association. And then also the second activity was the collaboration with Nugs China and then Nugs Beijing, with a networking and an empowerment program where we had two professors from Ghana, and then the special guest was Dr. Michael Boachiado, the Director General at the Institute for Educational Planning and Administration, that is IEPA, under the auspices of the UNESCO in the University of Cape Coast. He graced the occasion and then also had, if anyone that came over or anyone that was there had a very nice time. Like he had discussions with us with work and those kind of things. So that's what we did. And then the next program was the Afishapa celebration, where we had the Afishapa night. We had a time together. That is to have fun, come together, like yes, to have fun. That's what we did. And then the Aponchi Jama graduation party, that was also done to honor those who graduated this year in July, to also show our appreciation to them. And then this program that we are having now is the time with the embassy handing over and the award ceremony. So this is what we are doing now. So it's going to be an achievement also after the end of the day. Yes. So yeah. So these are some pictures of the program, and then yes. So we face some challenges with the help and backing from the National Executive NEC, the provincial coordinator, executives, committee members in general, and the members of the Beijing chapter. We face a lot of challenges, and like one difficulty was availability of members to join various committees, and also the lack of supporting members, like for chairpersons, the activity involvement in general members in New Beijing was also lacking. And we tried our best, and I know the new upcoming executives are going to get the support from the members and also the other executives to help this union move forward. So in conclusion, on the way forward is to conclude and move forward from the challenges faced. It will be beneficial to focus on enhancing communication and engagement within the Nugs Beijing chapter, and encouraging active participation from general members addressing the issues of dues payments. That one was also a challenge. dues payments through clear communication and reminders, and actively recruiting members for committee roles. So yeah, basically this is what we did for the year. Thank you.
Thank you very much. The next will be the financial reports reading.
No questions.
No question. Just giving the reading. No, I'm saying it's very good.
That's the phone I'm using. Okay. So you just send it so fast.
We cannot hear you. Is somebody talking? We can't hear.
Yeah. So
Yes, we'll be reading the financial reports. Actually, the finance
Okay.
officer.
So I can read it now.
Yeah, sure. Okay, kindly present it. Thank you very much.
Okay. Let me share my screen. Hi, can you see my screen?
yes, we can.
All right, thank you very much. So I'm signing for the financial secretary to read the financial statement for Nugs Beijing 2023-2024. On our revenue, obviously as a union, we deal with revenue and expenses. So on the revenue side, we had total surplus received from previous administration, which was 5,046.5 RMB. And after we had a Kwaba night, which the details are in the appendix, which I'm sure we'll put on the page for people to peruse. Total balance remained from the Aquaba night was 589. And so far, as at the time that we closed the academic year, total dues recorded for Beijing chapter was 1,735 RMB. The total remains for Beijing chapter 105. Those dues are those who paid later because, I mean, at that time we had already closed the calendar. So we had to remit this to the next administration to send it back to national, as in the total dues remain for national. So the total amount of tickets sold for Afishapa was 4955. Total sponsorship for Afishapa was 43. And so overall, we had 16,899.5 RMB. When it comes to our expenses, we had total expenses for food related to Afishapa was 3165.76. And also other expenses for Afishapa, venue, renting, and those was 12,420. Total due sent to national was 1,735. Making our expenses 14,155.1 RMB. Therefore, our surplus in Beijing profits is 2,734.4 RMB. So this is the current balance in our account. Let me scroll down. I wanted to touch on the dues. Wait, let me see whether yes. So this is the list of people who have paid. I wanted to project this so that if you know your name is here and you are at this event and you have not paid, at least you can do that now honorably to help the association, because this is how we are able to make money to embark on certain activities that the secretary spoke about. So you can go through the name, the first people. So I want to mention those who are still owing. I think it's important. If you owe and your name is here, Rafa Ibrahim, you owe. If you have paid, oh what?
Mention the names.
Yes, if you have paid, maybe you can check with the financial secretary later on. Rafa Ibrahim, you still have 100 to pay.
Where's Raf?
Oseko still have 100 to pay. Alatif Abubakar, you have 180 to pay. Julian Opon, you have 150 to pay. Kelamuzu, you have 150 RMB to pay. Kwesi Egan, you have 100 to pay. Emmanuel Kofisie, you have 70 to pay. Oduro Michael, 140 to pay. Dominic Kabila Aka, you have 150 to pay. Richmond, I have 100 to pay. Richmond, is that my house offer? I'm sure he has paid. If you have not paid, please, I will send you his number. Call him right now, you will pay. Eric Atakwenu, 100 to pay. So if your name is also not here, okay, so those who didn't register their name on time are here. William Edu say 150 to pay. Nedal Ahmed, 190. Nedal has money. Why is he not paying? 190 to pay. Evangeline Dahamani, 180. Morris Balibai, 100. Abdul Karim, 170. So, guys, I think it's important that we try as much as possible to clear these dues so that at least we'll give the new executive a new sheet to start on so that we can move this association forward. Thank you, MC.
Welcome. And I would like to ask, because next on the agenda will be questions.
Okay.
Okay, all right. Kindly ask. Please,
come here.
before,
No, this one is for
your
YouTube.
question,
So
mention your name.
they
So
can't
we
hear
can put it on record.
unless you come here. Unless they come here. They come so that, but this one is this. Who read the statement? Is it Abuaje?
Yes, he's the acting president now.
Okay, Mr. President. Mr. Acting President, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you clear.
Okay, this is Kaku. Because they say we should mention our name. Please, concerning the Aquaba night or something of that sort, I learned you guys sold some tickets and we didn't see anything of that. So can you please tell us the amount official partner there, the amount generated from the ticket and where? Allow Abaji to answer.
Total amount of tickets sold for official price event was 4,955 million.
And how much was added from the coffers of the association?
How much was added from the coffers of the association?
Yeah.
I mean, the total event had a budget which, because the tickets sold could not clear, so we have to top up from sponsorship and also part of our coffers to add. So we want to know exactly how much was added,
if possible.
Well, okay, then possibly maybe I can just do that rough calculation and put that on the platform maybe later. But because this is a summary account, and I'm sure this will be shared, so you cannot stop everything, all the other expenses related to that event, and you'll be able to have a detail of that.
All right, thank you, Mr. President. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Please, that's all right. Okay. Mr. Waje, so the next on the agenda is speech from the outgoing leader. So can you please add that? Please be a bit snappy for us, under 5 minutes or 7 minutes.
You and your 5 minutes. Okay. Okay. That's why Beijing King should have beaten you. All right. So I think I can go ahead, right?
Yes, please.
Okay. His Excellency, Ambassador of the Republic of Ghana represented in China, distinguished guests, fellow students, incoming executives, and members of Nugs Beijing. I presume it's good evening in China and good morning in Ghana. It's unfortunate that I am not physically present to be with you, but obviously, because of technology, it's quite easy for us to still have this. As we gather today for this significant transition, I stand before all of you in the stead of the executive, outgoing executive, with a heart full of gratitude, pride, and hope for the future of our beloved association. 1 year ago, when this team took office, we embarked on a journey filled with challenges and opportunities. And today, as we pass the torch to a new generation of leaders, we want to say that the experience and the milestones we've achieved together is worth celebrating. First and foremost, I want to express my deepest appreciation to every member of Nugs Beijing. Your unwavering support, active participation, and constructive feedback have been the driving force behind our success. Together, we've fostered a vibrant community that has become a home away from home for Ghanaian students in Beijing. We faced some unprecedented challenges during our term, especially related to mobilization after the global health situation. But we can say that we adapted swiftly, moving our activities online and ensuring that our community was still connected and we supported each other. Our virtual monthly meetings and some hybrid networking events are some of the testaments of our resilience in using innovation to steer this union. We've also strengthened our ties with the embassy and some universities, as well as other African student associations. And we hope that this partnership are going to open some doors for certain collaborations and professional networking opportunities for the future of this association. As we are together today, I'll say that I am very filled with confidence in the incoming executives. With our successes, I say that the responsibilities you are about to assume are significant, but so are they rewarding. Lead with integrity and listen to your members. Never lose sight of our core mission. And this is a paraphrase core mission to support and empower Ghanaian students in Beijing. To the incoming president and your team, we as outgoing executive will offer our full support as you take on this mantle of leadership. The challenges ahead may seem daunting, but remember that you have a community of bright, dedicated individuals standing behind you. We pledge to remain active members of Nugs Beijing, offering our experience and support whenever needed. We believe in the continuity of leadership and the importance of passing an institutional knowledge. I want to remind all of us why we are here. Nugs Beijing is more important than just a student organization. It's a family now, and it's a platform for growth, support system, and a bridge between our Ghanaian heritage and our host country, China. As we move forward, let's cherish these connections. Let's connect to build our own achievements and also strive to make Nugs Beijing a beacon of excellence. Thank you for your trust you place in us, for the memories we've created together, and for the honor of serving as your leaders. The future of Nugs Beijing is bright, and we can't wait to see what height we reach next. May God bless Nugs Beijing, and may God bless Ghana. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Acting President. So on the next to do is to introduce the new executives, and I believe that the National Judicial Committee is joining us now. Mr. Anketia, can you please hear me? Hello? Honorable Anketia.
I can hear you.
Okay, great. So I would introduce the new executives so that you can swear them in. Okay. So the first is President-elect, who goes by the name Ayauli. Please be sworn. And next is Vice President-elect Miss Bella. And the next is Madam Wukom elect Hannah.
It's not me doing it. It's not me doing it. I know. It's not me doing it. Okay. So, Mr. Nketia, so these are the new executives. Can we please proceed?
Okay, please, is it possible for you to share the screen from the constitution and the appendices too?
Okay. That's the new executive. Do you have their the names and the positions that they have? Unless they're easy, right? Okay. Okay, a minute. Let me try to pull that up. Charles. Okay, let me just the WeChat. Yes. Open the WeChat again for me.
Sheila, moja meji uchilimo wake ni uchio.
Then you send me my friends, I'll put it in.
Okay. Okay, yeah. It's on the file. Is it there? Okay, it's not there. Okay. Yeah, go to Sebash. Open it and share. Let's open it like this. You want to know your names. You understand? So share this. Can't you download this? Share the screen. Okay. So, Mr. Nketia, please, their names are displayed on the screen now. Thank you.
I was actually asking for the constitution.
Okay. Wait. It's okay, I have the constitution too. Yeah. You have it. What is the page? Which page now? Which page is that? It's okay. We have the time. Constitution. For this guy. It's okay. I'm sharing it. Go to file. Let's close this page up. Okay, sorry. Please hold on. The ambassador is here, so welcome, His Excellency. Please, sir, you are welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. So we're just about swearing in our new executives. So maybe just 2 minutes, and when we are done, we'll invite you to give us our talk. Thank you very much, sir.
Okay. Yeah. I think we have a question. So first of all, we take the presidential vote for Mr. Ayawini. Yeah, we will want to take the general vote for all the executives. So, Mr. Ayawini, are you there?
Yes, please, I'm here.
Okay. So we are going to take the presidential vote. So I will put your name there. We will continue. We will go after it.
You stand here. You can stand
Okay.
here. You can see.
Okay. I, Richmond Ayawili,
Having been elected in the high office of the president of News China Beijing chapter,
having been elected to the high office of the president of Nugs China
Beijing chapter.
Beijing chapter,
do hereby in the name of God solemnly affirm that
do hereby in the name of God solemnly affirm that
I will be faithful and true to News Beijing,
I will be faithful and true to Nugs Beijing,
and I shall strive at all times
that I shall strive all times
to preserve,
to preserve,
protect,
protect,
and defend the Constitution of News China,
and defend the Constitution of Nugs China,
and I hereby dedicate myself fully,
and I hereby dedicate myself wholly,
without fear or favor,
without fear or favor,
to the service and welfare of News China Beijing chapter.
to the service and welfare of Nugs Beijing chapter.
I further solemnly affirm that
I further solemnly affirm that
I will conform to the principle of strict accountability,
I will conform to the principle of strict accountability,
financially and otherwise,
financially and otherwise,
and that should I at any time break this oath of office,
and that should I at any time break this oath of office,
I shall submit myself to the dictates of the new China Constitution,
I shall submit myself to the dictates of the Nugs China Constitution
and suffer the penalty for it.
and suffer the penalty for it.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations. Then when we take the general vote, so I want the other executives, Ms. Bonnie and Ms. Agogo to also
Those are
come in
three
and
of
join the
just
president
line
as
up.
we take the general vote of office.
Just line up. It's okay. Just talking to the microphone.
So first, please can you move down to the general vote of office. Okay. So I'm going to put your name there, and then be elected as you put in the position. Okay. So please, are there elected so have they joined you, Honorable President, Mr. President?
Yes, they have.
Okay, so we are all taking it together.
I, Richmond Ayawili,
Having been elected as
having been elected as the president,
do hereby in the name of God solemnly affirm that
do hereby in the name of God solemnly affirm that
I will at all times
I will at all times
faithfully and truly serve News Beijing,
faithfully and truly serve Nugs Beijing,
that I will support and uphold the principle of accountability,
I will support and uphold the principle of accountability,
financially and otherwise,
financially and otherwise,
and seek the welfare of News Beijing.
and seek the welfare of Nugs Beijing.
I further solemnly affirm that
I further solemnly affirm that
if I at any time break this oath of office,
should I at any time break this oath of office,
I shall submit myself to the dictates of the new China Constitution,
I shall submit myself to the dictates of the Nugs China Constitution
and suffer the penalty for it.
and suffer the penalty for it.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Okay, congratulations being so to the new office as executive to Beijing. my advice is that please make sure that you take your constitution, give your constitution, the constitution, your rights to the dictionary of your duties, and nothing bad to happen there. It will go ahead in the development of this time. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. So
Okay.
at this point, we're supposed to have something like a handing over, a symbolic one. But I actually remain the only acting and executive around now because she has resigned and the acting is also in Ghana. And I'm also acting as the organizer because I had to step in at some point. So I would do this in their position. Okay, so yeah, so first is to do with the president. So president, here's your files. Okay. 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 I think we'll do same for Ms. Bella. Ms. Bella, please come. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And then Ukon, please. Sorry. Thank you so much, and congratulations to you all. We will take a speech from the newly elected president, but that would be later after our ambassador speech. So please, because of time and all those things, we would like to give all the audience to the ambassador right now. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
Your Excellency, please, your students.
It's on the phone. I don't connect my so that I can get them. Just
Good afternoon, sir.
this.
No talking. What?
Put it in the middle. Put it in the middle.
Put it here and leave it.
Make it big, small.
You can go and do it. You can go and do it.
Thank you. Thank you very much, let me say congratulations to the incoming executive. And at the same time, say a very big thank you to the outgoing executives. I hear they are not all here, but I think these are things that at times people take for granted. Most of our leaders in Ghana that I've known have been student leaders. And at the time we were in school, when at Legon, people were always fighting to lead for various reasons. At the end of the day, it turned out to be that they are. Okay. It turned out that they have invested their time, energies to lead beyond students and end up taking big responsibilities for their countries. There's a long list of people you hear about today who have gone through that route. And so I make reference to that to encourage you who have committed yourself to serve your colleagues, the other students. Particularly, I've been very impressed with Nugs, Beijing in general. My first 2 years, I was more active with them. Of late, a lot has happened that it's been difficult to be physically present. But I know that the mission has always been there, the person of Mr. Poku and Co, who never fails to respond to any call to assist, to do one thing or the other. So I think those of you who have committed yourself to serve especially those who are going. Once again, let me say Ayeko to all of you, and want to encourage those who are coming in to even do better than what others have done, because there's a reward. There's a reward in service. And I want to urge you to do this as if, I think that's something that is lacking very often in our society today, to serve as if you are serving God and before man. And when we put ourselves to serve without any strings attached, we have a reward that comes from above and which makes us better than we started even to serve. I say this with conviction from experience. For many years that I have been privileged or blessed to be in many areas. And so I want to encourage you to take this job, Mr. President and your team, to take this job wholeheartedly, and don't just take the oath that you just swore at, it's a formality. Convince yourself that, and you and your executives, convince yourself that we will look for. Why don't you disconnect them? Check where you can just disconnect it. You got it? Yeah. Okay. Right. So I think it's a privilege for me to be here to witness at least the swearing in. I wish to be here with you the whole afternoon, but with a lot of things coming up. You may be aware that China is preparing for what we call the Summit of FOCAC. Do we all know what FOCAC is about? Huh? Who said yes? Can I see your hand? Yeah. What is FOCAC? Cooperation. I salute Madam Vice President. This year is a big one. China is hosting. We're expecting 53 heads of state from Africa, including our own and whole delegation of ministers and the whole big group. And it's a lot of work for us. One meeting after the other with our Chinese, our hosts, preparing stuff for Ghana. And every embassy is very busy preparing for this. And I think, especially that this is taking place in Beijing, I want to request that you arrange that they have a privilege of at least half an occasion where we'll seek the president's request to at least say hi to them. We will see how we organize this. But it's very important. It's very important that having come this far, you meet those who have lifted high the flag of Ghana as students in China. I think this is very, very important. God willing, I'll be going to Ghana in a few days, and already I want to hint him about this to prepare his mind. So at least if there are any Ghanaian community to be met, and definitely there must be, you should be part of that. I want to seize this opportunity to encourage, especially as leaders. This goes for everybody, but especially as leaders. to be exemplary in the way you go about your things in this country. This is a country where systems work, where you'll be found out whatever you think you are doing in the dark, and which it is very, very difficult to get out of yourself out of the hook. We've had challenges trying to rescue Ghanaians, students who have been caught by the law one way or the other. Recently, I'm sure you know one of you who had the issue, only God knows the truth about rape. And as our hearts was breaking and trying to save the situation, we could not do much about that. I'm sure you all know about that. Not all of you. And these are some of the things that happen most of the time. It's very, very difficult for us. I started this example just to tell you to be very careful, to watch yourselves, what you do, and focus on the primary reason why you are here. Keep that as your focus. Yesterday, we were at this meeting of ambassadors with the Chinese authorities. And you remember what the Dean of Diplomatic Corps said concerning training of African students, complaining that you are not giving enough opportunities for practical experience, internships and whatnot.
Yes.
It's an issue we have discussed, and yesterday it was on the table at the big gathering of all African ambassadors and the Chinese hosts. So at times it appears to you that we don't care. We are fighting the battle on our side, and none of you ask us to do this. But we have taken upon ourselves because, as the Dean said yesterday, you claim you are training so many people, you don't give them the opportunity to have the practical experience either in the industry or as doctors or, whichever field. And so the so-called sacrifice or commitment you're doing is not yielding the results that we expect. And so we on our side are trying hard to see how you can get the best out of you being here, the reason for your being here, to equip you, go back and contribute to the development of our respective countries. As African ambassadors, this is not just something we spoke about, but yesterday it was, and I think he took quite a bit of time to tell our Chinese host that, please, you've done some, but there's a lot more you can do to help our children and let them get the maximum benefit. When we say we are building capacities, we should do it thoroughly and get the best out of you. So I just thought it would be important to come and congratulate you and welcome those of you who are coming in, but also to tell you you've taken a noble course, a noble stand. And have in mind that I will do this with all my strength, with all my heart. And so help me God. You just said it and not just say it, and pray. And there are times before I get out of the house, I need to pray to face the challenges for the day, because I don't know what it's, and it's quite a challenge. You have calls from all over, and things come to overwhelm you. But I believe that when we focus on God and determine that we'll do this service for mankind and to please God, He will also honor and give us the strength and all that we need, the wisdom we need to be successful. If you agree with me, you can clap for me. And I think it is important that we find time to get together like this so we can know each other better, we can feel for each other, and move on to be very successful, not only here, but also when we get back home. Whatever we came here to do, we would have benefited fully from it. And before I close, I would want to know you better. So yes, it may take some more time, but it's okay. I don't mind to hear you. Please hear everybody's voice by telling me who you are, what you are studying. Okay? So just tell me how you want to organize it, and just go ahead.
Yeah, I think I'll start from here.
Very good. Go ahead.
So my name is Mohammed Bashiru, and I'm studying PhD Educational Economics and Administration. I'm in my final year, and my university is Beijing Normal University.
Oh,
thank you.
Up for
you. My name is Richmond Ayauli. I am studying Chinese, that's teaching Chinese to speakers of other languages, and I'm doing my master's at Beijing Language and Culture University.
Thank you.
Studying in UID, PhD on chemistry.
UID?
Yeah, University of International Business and Economics.
Okay, thank you.
My name is Dominic Aka. I just graduated from University of Science and Technology, Beijing, Mechanical Engineering, and I'll be doing my master's at the same university come September. Thank you.
I'm Hannah Abra. I'm doing my master's in industrial economics at University of International Business and Economics.
My name is Roneliam Jimad Masna Abigail.
Slow. Take a deep breath. Slowly. That's what I do to my daughter. She speaks just like this. Slowly, and then speak out.
I am Roneliam Jimado Masna Abigail. I'm studying international economics at Beijing International Studies University.
Tell me, what is your first name? Abigail?
Yes.
What is your surname?
Roneliam.
Roneliam?
Yes.
Which part of Ghana are you from? Sorry if I may ask.
No, I'm from Chad.
You're from Chad?
Yes. I'm a Chad.
Oh my. Tell me, so what are you doing here? Sorry.
I invited her.
I was invited.
Just to witness what happens here. Oh, you're most welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome to Ghana. Donc, vous parlez très bien français, n'est-ce pas?
Oui. Oui, je parle français.
Vous parlez, d'accord. On va causer après.
Okay.
Hi everyone, my name is Mildred Ado. So I'm with the Beijing International Studies University, currently studying my master's in business administration. Thank you.
Yeah, okay, my name is Richard Fifianan. I'm a PhD candidate. I'll be graduating next year, studying surveying science and technology at China University of Geosciences, Beijing.
Wow. Why?
Hello.
Why do you skip him?
Sorry. Because I
I think
to do it last.
Right.
Okay.
His Excellency, hi everyone. My name is Herbert Dankwa. I am currently an exchange student from the University of Ghana, and I came here for a 1-year study program, and I have graduated with my studies, and I'm be returning back to Ghana in some few days.
Okay.
My name is Emmanuel Kakari Diodu, a master's student studying oil and gas engineering at China University of Geosciences. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Osman Kaku.
Osman
Kaku.
How cool.
Yeah, a PhD student in University of Science and Chinese Academy. Yeah, I'm studying environmental science.
Environmental science.
Yes, sir.
Hello, everyone. My name is Evangeline Dahamani, and I'm Evangeline Dahamani.
Dahamani.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm studying at Beijing Institute of Technology, Cybersecurity, Masters.
I'm Latifa Abubakari, and I just graduated from my master's degree in computer science at Beijing Institute of Technology.
I'm sorry. I feel I feel a little shy. Hello everybody.
Hello.
I come from China. Yes, I have. Yes, I have three names. Chinese name is Zhu Rong. My English name is Riva. My Ghanaian name is Ajo. Ajo. Yeah. I'm Adina's friends. I'm so glad to be here. Yes, thank you.
Welcome to Ghana.
His Excellency. Hello, everybody. My name is Akura Asase Ednayawa. I'm a third year PhD student in University of International and Business Economics. I'm a finance student, but I'm majoring in insurance. Thank you. Yes, please.
All right. So,
hello, everyone. My name is Jerry Justice Anobil. I came here to study Chinese, and currently I've already graduated, so wishing to go back next week. Thank you, everyone.
Next week.
All right. I am Sylvester Opoku, a master's student at the China University of Geosciences, reading environmental engineering.
Hi everyone, my name is Osu Abigail Kwachwa, and I'm a student of North China Electric Power University.
You're a student of
North China Electric Power University, and I'm offering business administration.
Okay. All right. So sorry.
Your Excellency and everyone, this is Adbasa Tanga Raymond. I'm doing PhD Public Policy and Administration at UIB. So that's who I am. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Mavis Akambong Awompok, and I'm a master's student at Beijing Forestry University. I study landscape.
Hi, I'm Dr. Anita Makafi Sataglo. I just graduated from UIB. I just graduated from UIB. I read risk management. Thank you.
You read?
Risk management. Yeah.
Hi, good afternoon. My name is Gifty Boache Boatson. I just graduated with a master's degree in economics, pursuing my PhD in finance, September.
Hi, I'm Jennifer Teiko Isumen, a student of China University of Petroleum Engineering, and then I'm studying petroleum engineering.
All right. So lastly, okay. All right. So,
Echi, I've been invited as the guest speaker for the day. I think it's a very good privilege meeting you for the first time. I've been to your office, but then we haven't met. But my honorable here, we've met before. Yes, I'm a Ghanaian anyway. I've been here in China for 17 years, a businessman. I've worked with them from the crash, and it's nice meeting you. I'm Kingsley Obed Alonyinu, popularly known as Beijing King.
King of Beijing. And thank you very much for taking care of them all these years. Yes. So thanks for the privilege to get at least to meet you, the Ghanaian, Tadian Ghanaian, Sino Ghanaian. That's the Sino Ghanaian. And we're really happy that we could host you here. Have you had lunch? I'm told you have something to eat.
No.
Yeah.
No, say we've not eaten. Have we eaten?
Huh?
No.
Arrangements have been made.
Yeah, arrangements have been made. Oh, okay.
Yes.
They want video.
Wait.
I told you that have made provision, and I asked you how much you think you need. So if you ask, you have something to, at least you should come and. Do you understand?
But that's okay. I mean,
smart.
we'll find time. How many of you will be here in the next month or two?
We are not all here.
No. Some just said goodbye. It's a bit late now. So let me say that those of you who will be here, we will arrange a special time, either around the time when we have, I think that will be too busy to try to combine that with something to eat for them. We will find time with you. So whatever you have today, just go ahead with that. And I'm looking forward to us meeting for a longer period, interacting, go into details about what you're studying and what you hope to do to help our country. In what ways you may have questions, we can discuss together and help ourselves improve, our knowledge and what we intend to do for ourselves and for our country. Okay.
But before, I think the MC requested that if we could be given the opportunity to ask one or two questions.
Oh, okay.
I think Edna, former president, did not respond very well because he was asking for fufu and banku. And I told her in the office, you can provide fufu and banku. So we can provide them with snacks at the right time, I think.
But do you know they know the Ghanaian restaurants?
Yeah.
You all go to try it.
So they need to recently a copy.
Sometimes. What is your favorite in tribe?
So you can just
Goat meat slice.
So they have all of that there.
Yes. They have.
Gobe.
They also have gobe.
Yes.
Whoa.
And body and
Hey. But I think it's a bit late now.
No. It close at midnight. It close at midnight.
No, it's you have their contacts.
I think they have.
Weekend this.
You can find out. Let me go.
First, that was what he meant.
Where? The restaurant. It's not far. No, it's not far. I'm just saying it's not far. Yeah.
Okay, I think what I'm making the necessary.
Yeah, so that do you have any questions you want to ask?
We will invite about 3 questions.
Maximum. If you want to eat, you won't ask too many questions. Because of time. Because I just got you.
Okay, yeah. So give Dominic, please do what you want.
His Excellency, all of us. My name is Dominic Kablan Aka. I thank His Excellency for touching a very critical issue dear to my heart about the internship. I'm a victim of that as a mechanical engineering student. I didn't have the opportunity to go to industries for internship. However, it was arranged by my school for my Chinese classmate. So that is one I hope in the near future it will be sorted out. The next one I would want to put on the table is about the scholarship and the CSE scholarship. The CSE scholarship is such a way that it covers up to July and August, half of August. However, most of our schools at July, when you are graduating, they give us half of our stipends. And then we graduate late June. After graduation, we need about minimum of 2 weeks to notarize our documents.
Yeah.
In my school, for instance, after you graduate, you have a week to vacate the dormitory. If you are not vacating, you have 1 month maximum. But from 1st July, you pay as you live on campus. So from 1st July, I've been paying 50 RMB per day up till now. However, I know that if you are giving me half of July stipend, it means CSE have covered half of July my dormitory fees, but they don't do it that way. I have a friend from Guinea who said to me that before they came, they had interaction with the embassy, Chinese embassy, and they stated it categorically that they cover up to half middle of August. Of August. That is what the embassy told them. So for them, they know that they cover
Chinese
up.
embassy in
And
Conakry.
who gave them the scholarship? But it is not reflecting on the grounds. And aside that too, the next thing I would want to also put on board is that one. It's about the issue we have as students who want to work in China, especially those in teaching, and then they will say from native language. But then all my friends speaking friends from West Africa, interacting with them, I've come to know that they all studied in Ghana before coming, at least 1 year, English. I don't know whether our embassy or our educational service have the data of foreign students who study English alone in Ghana, so that we can back it here that we may not be native speakers, but we have this record that every year we produce students who come to our country to speak or to learn English as a language. That is my concern, and I hope that the embassy will take it on and push it for us. Thank you.
The embassy has taken, let me take one by one from the last point you make, where they describe a South African as a native. That's to tell you that we are very much aware of this and have been fighting on this issue. And I think we need to take it up at another level, because it's ridiculous to say that our official language is English from primary 1 till PhD, and yet we will not be recognized as such. So we are aware and we are fighting on this battle. I think we've got to fight harder. We got to fight harder from both home and the frontier. So that is very well noted. The other issue, as you rightly said, we already also on it about the internship, because it doesn't really make sense. We have that. I think there was another one you raised. Yes, the duration of the scholarship. The duration of the scholarship, and the fact that by June 30th, you are already being chased out, whilst you have official procedures to follow. So we have to, we need to pick. Yes, it's well noted. Yes.
Let me add to the scholarship aspect. My friend from Guinea told me that the ambassador told them the CSE scholarship is in such a way that if you enter into the systems, you remain there. So for example, if I came as a bachelor student, after graduating, all that I will need to do is to write to my embassy that I want to top up. They will not count me as maybe this year they will pick me from where I entered into the system. So I don't know whether that one is true or not. So if the embassy can make further inquiries about that aspect.
I'm not getting the point.
He told me that the CSC system, for example, I came 2019.
Yeah.
So I logged into the system 2019.
Yeah.
And I graduated this year. So if I want to apply for masters, all that I will have to do is to write to my embassy that I have graduated, but I want to apply for masters. Then my embassy will submit my name to the CSC secretariat. My record is still 2019. They will not add it to 2024 record that they are giving Ghanaian student scholarship, because I entered into the system 2019. So if 2019, the record of Ghanaian student was 300, it remains like that. They will not make it 2024 record. And after masters and I want to top up, I can still write to the embassy that I want to top up, and then they will send my name to the scholarship council as 2019 applicant.
Okay, yes.
I don't know.
I just want to ask you, or maybe interject that perhaps maybe the scholarship you are referring to might be
It is different.
is it a type A version?
Yeah, that type A.
Yeah, then we have to be very specific,
Yeah.
because some of us are the
Type B, yeah, I know.
So okay, just
Me-
be specific about that.
For myself, I'm not even a CSC scholarship applicant. Yeah, I'm just giving the information. Yeah.
Which we appreciate, yes. Yeah. Okay.
Can I make a small?
Yeah, just some people want to
I
make
just
it.
want to thank you for the permission. I just want to just respond to the
Hello. Please.
the issue on the table now concerning the scholarship. The thing is not done at the embassy here. Everything is done in Ghana, that is the Chinese embassy in Accra. But most often, when students want an extension of the scholarship, like you raised, they bring their request, then we send it to the CSC that this student has completed his program and is requesting for an extension. But that one is the prerogative of the CSC to whether extend it for you or not. And mostly it favors those who are doing their PhD. Assuming you are supposed to use 3 years and for one reason or the other, you couldn't complete, they will do the extension for you. But the mission, the embassy has nothing to do with our war.
Well, when you say nothing, we don't have the
powers.
authority, the powers to do to
we
say
just-
that yes, you can continue or not. We can only send the request and facilitate. And the other thing is every year they also have a quota they're giving. So this thing about holding on from 2019, I'm not sure that it applies across board. As the colleague said, it may be peculiar to your case. But seriously, every year they have a quota that they're giving out. And already for next year, this year is late. So for next year, whatever we got to do to send in requests, we got to start doing it now. And give them a lot of time to go through the process. Yes. So I think, again, it's important to note that it's not a right. When you're asking for an extension, you're asking for even the scholarship from the start, the word go. It's a privilege that we all try to pull strings and see how it works out best for our people. And we will do our part, and we wish to have many more. I'm told by my predecessor that pre-COVID, can you guess how many students, Ghanaian students were here?
Yeah.
Yes. How many? Yes, you should know. Get up, let me see your face. Pre-COVID. Uh-huh.
Huh?
Huh?
Well,
How many? Eh?
1,000 flats. Well, I would say I didn't know the actual number, but I knew at a point Ghana was the highest number of foreign students in China.
It's still the same, I think.
Well, I don't know the statistics.
Now who? Which country?
No, if it is the one Pakistan.
No, we're talking about African students. Not Nigeria. Not Nigeria at all. Ethiopia, I can agree. But my predecessor told me on record was 6,350 Ghanaian students. Pre-COVID. So what Ambassador Boateng gave figure officially he gave me. That's the whole China, of course.
Yeah.
The whole China. That's a lot. So I'm saying this because of quota that I mentioned. So when you look at the quota and they look at the number already they've given you, asking for more becomes a bit challenging. This is the point I'm trying to make. And the whole thing is that a lot of students went home during the COVID and could not come. But we got to look at how we can get this figure. I think currently we are still over 1,000. We are over 1,000 nationwide. Yes. Which is still, when I tell some other ambassadors, African ambassadors, so you have 1,000? And they're surprised with a lot of. They think our number is very high. It's not all countries that get that at all. When we were 6,000 plus, there were countries that hardly had 1,000. And those are figures you get even from the Chinese authorities. So we're trying to maintain a good relationship with them so we can beef up and improve on these benefits that come to our relationship with them. Okay. I think you asked a question for 3 people. But we can give one more.
Okay.
Whilst we check what is Tribe saying. Okay.
Yes.
Yes.
So, I wanted to ask that so after school, you know about the unemployment rate back in Ghana. And I know that even though most of us, when you go back to Ghana, how you see your resume, so you assume to get jobs easily. But it's not the situation for a lot of people. You go back and you also end up competing with people who went to school probably in the US or something. And you know how Ghana, they still see, like, depending on where you went to school and all that, and also getting a good paying job, because at the end of the day you could settle for something like 2,000 Ghana cedi job, which is not. So what I want to say is that so not just looking for internships here in China or jobs in China, but can we have also a portfolio of jobs or companies in, I'm sorry, not just in China, but from Ghana as well, where I don't know how it would be done, but we can have access to, I don't know, a portal that has openings or vacancies, like, so that you can start applying from here before you go back to Ghana. That when you go back, you are just going straight into the working industry. You're not now going to sit at home writing, because you don't even know how the job market is like
Okay.
in Ghana.
You have an answer. That's why you're smiling. Come up. You're smiling.
No, that was my part of my question I couldn't ask.
My dear, you assume that all graduates in Ghana, those who school in Ghana, all of them have jobs already. The unemployment is a big challenge. And Nugs China, you started doing something which was wonderful. You started building entrepreneurs. And I think as long as we continue to think about a job, what we will call a white-collar job, a company waiting for me, ready to receive me, we will remain unemployed for quite a while. To solve our job situation, and it is not only in Ghana. Seriously, the percentage of people out of job across the continent it's huge. So we should start looking for opportunities where we develop jobs and things for ourselves, use the skills, what we have learned. And you are privileged to be here in China, where creating businesses, the chances are higher that you find in Ghana. So you learn and you go back home, not only for what you have studied in business administration or whatnot, but you go home with some ideas about creating businesses for yourselves. The question comes, where do we get the capital from? But first, an employer and not an employee. I want to see how quickly I can be an employer and not continue to be an employee.
As an individual company, I have my own choice whom I have to employ and not to employ. And it is that kind of misconception among some of them, especially those who have not traveled abroad before. And then they have their own companies and they are running their own business. So Kweku or Kweku can choose, say, okay, I want you from America, I want to employ you from China, you just wait a bit. And it is there. That discrimination, it is still there. But like just like AC rightly said, I think they are getting over it, and we pray that they will get over it. And for you to be self-employed is rightly what AC have said, and we'll talk about that. So this is something we have to be looking at. Thank you so much, AC.
You're welcome. And I just want to add that when you're looking for a job these days, a job within the United Nations, where I worked for about 10 years. If you don't have a second language, a second UN language, they call it, you won't get the job no matter how good technically you are. And who knows the UN languages? Can somebody tell me? French? Spanish? No Portuguese. Chinese? Arabic? English? There are 6.
No, I don't think so. No.
No. Can I?
I think they should be Russian.
That's it.
Russia.
You said it too early. I was going to make an offer who will get the answer.
Oh,
Then you came.
I got it.
You got it.
Wow. Okay, I take it back.
Unfortunately, it's only me who heard. It's only me who heard. Yes, it's Russia. So these are the 6 languages. And I brought it up because when I was coming to this post, I took it on myself to visit many Chinese companies in Ghana. And I was fascinated to see how many of them have employed people who have trained in China, in addition to the Chinese who are there. That's the fact. I got to know that. So you're coming to China, for me, the most developed country in the world. I say that without shy to anybody, either American or British. It's a fact. I'm not saying the biggest economy because then they bring in certain parameters. But in terms of development, the fastest, the commercial capital industrialization, this is the place. And you have been here. Take advantage of this. There are many ways you can take advantage of this. I'm happy about this topic you raised because it's bringing out very important discussions. And a lot of them, can you guess how many Chinese we have in Ghana now? No. No. How many thousands? No. 30? No. The Chinese ambassador himself told me you're getting 50,000. And that is official. So those who are in the villages and whatnot, eating all the lizards and everything, that, if you add to it, maybe twice the number. But even 50,000 is huge. When I tell the Chinese authorities this, like I said, your own embassy gives me that figure. And a lot of them are into all kinds of things they're doing. It's not all of them who are doing galamsey.
Yeah.
They're contributing positively in many ways. Seriously. I went around before even I touched foot here. So I was even on TV and radio and saying what I've seen and the fact that we should have open mind to the Chinese and Chinese technologies and training and everything. Because technology, they have it. How many of you have been to Shenzhen before? From where? You didn't go there. What do you know about Shenzhen? The Silicon Valley, right? What else do you know about a bit of the history of Shenzhen?
It was a fishing village.
How many years ago?
About almost 30 years.
40 years ago, Shenzhen was a fishing village. And I've gone about 2 or 3 times to their museum, the archives, and I've seen pictures taken 40 years ago. A place like Teshi, Ada, or Moray. Seriously. And then you see it today. It's amazing. So this is a message also we're sending to our people. You're looking down on the Chinese as your own parent. And that's why I jump in to say it's changing. And anybody who came here, any minister, anybody who had come here, this is a message we try to let them understand. Eventually, before the former finance minister left, we managed to get him here to come and talk to the Chinese on a number of issues. He had to say, wow, these people have really moved very fast. I said, but this is the message we've been shouting. Now, is it because we are here? That's why we say so. No. You're privileged to be in China. Don't look down on yourself. Don't let anybody make you feel that, oh, no way. No, I'm serious. Very serious. So even now, there are people who fight to be brought to China for one thing or the other. Forget about ambassadorial job. People fight, would wish to kill, to be put here. And the Chinese has a system where they organize ambassadors tour all over, just for us to get a real feel of what they are offering. I'm not saying everything here is super. No. We have our challenges with them. We have fights. We go on with them. You heard that yesterday at the table, a lot of that. But if you have an open mind, you could pick so much. Don't just look into your books. Look around you. Interact and pick so much from it. I am here.
Thank you.
Its hand has been up for a long time. So
Very short. My name is Osman Kapu.
Osman, yes.
Most of us, we have a lot to talk about it because woman Ella. Another thing is, I'm glad there will be another opportunity for us to meet and talk. So I would like to narrow it down. And this one is more or less like a suggestion or like a request. And it boils down to the relationship between the embassy and student. I would like to lead although we know you people, the embassy has done a lot for us, especially myself and Mr. Ogo is aware. Recently, my little brother died over here, and for we to repatriate the body back home, it's all because of the embassy. Yeah, but there is something about communication or like breakage of communication between the embassy and let me say Nugs China, Nugs Beijing for the previous for this year or like for the during this administration, and that is something I would urge the incoming executive to work on to try and collaborate with the embassy. And I will also plead to the embassy that they should always be there for us because we don't have any and one of the incidents is like recently we heard about UN Ghana embassy in collaboration with UN organizing some conference or some programs which none of the Ghanaian students knew, even our executive,
Even me, I didn't know.
It was very appalling to hear from a Jamaican, organizing this thing, and we even saw some of the invitation. And Ghanaians, we didn't know anything about it. Although our president came to dispute that fact, but still it didn't sit well with some of us, and I think it's because of lack of communication between the embassy and the student union. So I'm just pleading that we will strengthen the bond.
But the example you gave, I don't mean to say I didn't know. So you're asking for something we didn't have.
And it was all over. That is the problem.
What was all over?
the invitation and the
that all Ghanaians were invited?
No, like Ghanaian embassy in collaboration with UN are organizing a program.
Hey, when did you do that?
Actually, it was not true, but we don't know how it happened. It was a Jamaican and other.
No, it's not true. So if the fact is not true, don't make it. Because the sad part of what you are saying, at times we receive invitation to participate in 2 days, 24 hours. And we bend over still to satisfy that. So when such statement, it's disheartening to hear that we should improve our... It's not always that the ambassador will be available. But as much as I'm available, I oblige. But even when I'm not, midnight, anytime, they're knocking on his door. So when you hear this, like, it's a bit discouraging.
So I'm sorry for the respect. I was not telling the embassy. I'm telling the
No, but it goes both ways. It goes both ways. We try, and I started by saying, when I came, being under COVID, most of the time we couldn't do, of course, in person. And your predecessor can tell you how many times we've been involved, engaged with them on their entrepreneurial this thing, on the award, this thing, on that. They can tell you. Irene and Co was the national president, and we know before them. We work. And they come at times at short notice. We can complain, but we still will have to do it. So on our side, I think you need also to get this information. Please. Okay.
That's it. Thank you very much.
What is the situation?
On the food.
Food.
Okay.
I think everything is under control.
Okay. So yeah, it's under control. So I'll send this list around, and then you
Can I see it first? I made a request. I want to let me get.
So this is attendance list. They said they have jollof.
Or you want to take away? Or you go in there? What are your plans?
Yeah, we can go there.
Oh, they have enough room for them. Enough room. It's not big enough. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. That's why you exactly that also. Yes. What is the range? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Don't want food.
Just take that one.
No, it's okay. Let's say we're working with that. Um, so who is taking this? No, the one for the two.
So I'll take one of that.
Of course. When they didn't even cook trend my birthday. Maybe any other didn't cook trend my birthday. Yes, yeah. But I think you have leaders. You are the outgoing.
Yes.
You are the
Richard.
They are gone, and you are. So by inspiring, so that one goes to another, then the others. I just want to know the cost quickly so we can.
Okay, so quickly, we can. This is the total number.
I came here to spend 10-15 minutes with you. But it's been exciting to be with you. That's why I'm still here. I play what I'm doing. So I want you to quickly, Edna, go around quickly and let them indicate what they want so we can. Maybe I send the WeChat to you.
So hello guys.
Okay, just very fast this way. No, instead of going around, they said you have
Gobe and
Jollof. Jollof, let's see by hand.
Gobe and Jollof.
You either choose. We want the number. Jollof, please.
Jollof and chicken.
Gobe, you know what gobe is? Right here. It's beans and. Do they have plantain?
Yes.
They have plantain. You can mango that.
That is the after part.
Yes.
Hey, good afternoon. I'm fine, thank you. Sorry, I've been trying to reach me. Yes. No, you're not
Please indicate J or Jane. J or Jane. Yes. G for
G for government. G for jollof.
G or G. G for jollof. Nobody change.
But by me, it's an AT&T. We don't know whether they're using the red gary or
That's actually
we currently need secretary anyone who is willing to
Governor jollof.
I don't go about jollof and money.
Yeah, that was the only option. Choose one. What's your name? Melinda J. J.
JJ.
From top to down.
Okay, please. Hello. Kindly, Ambassador would like to take leave of us. And once he has given us food, we'd like to say that we would like to say a very big thank you to him, right?
The pressure is mine.
Not so much pressure. So, and at this point, we would just love to take photos with him.
Yes, no, that's fine. Let's take a group.
So that we come back and continue. Thank you.
That's fine. Okay.
Yes, I'm in a meeting. Hello? 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 70. Sharp. Yes. Yeah, sure. You can. You send the list. Rich, the list still there. Still making some adjustments. This guy, where is he? Still taking photos. Oh, yeah, someone. We left. That'll be much better. Charlie, are you ready? Are you ready? No, be here, be here. You are not supposed to be there. Be here. The ladies will take care of it. You can order your dabao. But this one, okay, we are now sending the list to them. Okay, let me just send that list. No. Once you get there, this is like.
But it will be ready by the time you get it.
No, I'm not sure.
Hey, you're not sure?
I'm not sure.
Hey.
Pressure.
You look away. You look away. Ghanaian way.
Justice, everything is now in your control, right? Hello, try two. Listen. Justice.
So, please, the next on the agenda is speech from the elected president or the new president. Kindly, let's give him their attention. Thank you very much. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Why are you?
Sorry.
That's it. Check it out. I don't know.
Yeah, I was even trying to.
So where's the paper? Where's your paper?
What is it?
It's going to be there.
Okay, so I should stand, right? Yeah, I think that one will be the best. Yeah, okay, kneel down. Oh, it's only a podium beer. They should have a.
Top.
No.
All is set. All right. Please.
No, but be monitoring it. Don't just sit down. Sorry.
Please, your audience.
All right. I was to address the ambassador, but he's not okay. Esteemed Ambassador, His Excellency Dr. Winfred Ni Okai Hammond, Mr. Kingsley Obed Alonyonu, founder and CEO of Beijing King Group of Companies, distinguished officials, outgoing executives, fellow students, friends, ladies, and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Yeah, it is with immense pride and a deep sense of responsibility that I and my team stand before you. So I forgot they should have stand. Hannah, Bella, please can you come forward for me?
You are working. Just go ahead, please.
You are working?
Just go ahead. You are delivering. It's okay. Go ahead.
Okay. Sorry. Okay. It is with immense pride and a deep sense of responsibility that I and my team Mate. Okay, it is with immense pride and a deep sense of responsibility that I and my team stand before you today, having me elected as a new executive committee of the National Union of Ghana Students Beijing chapter. We are honored to take on this mantle and serve the Ghanaian student community in Beijing. First and foremost, we would like to express our gratitude to the outgoing executive for their dedication and hard work. Their leadership has set a strong foundation upon which we will continue to build and grow. To the students who placed their trust in us, we say thank you. Your votes are a testament to your belief in our vision and leadership. We are committed to representing your voices and working tirelessly to promote your interest and welfare. As we gather here at the embassy under the watchful eyes of our ambassador and other esteemed officials, we are reminded of the strong ties that bind us to our homeland. This occasion is not just a handing over of duties, but a symbol of continuity of our mission to excel in our studies and to be ambassadors of Ghana in China. My theme as your president is unity in action, empowering our future. Together, we will strive for unity among our members, fostering an environment where students feels supported and valued. We will take action to address the challenges we face and to seize the opportunities that come our way. Our union will be a platform for personal and academic development, encouraging each other to achieve our full potential. We will organize programs and events that celebrate our future, culture, and enhance our knowledge and build bridges with the Chinese community. As we look ahead, we assure you that our doors will always be opened. Your concerns are our concerns, and your success is our collective success. Let us work hand in hand with the support of the embassy and the guidance of our officials to make our time in Beijing a memorable and a fruitful experience. In now to put to rest, we are ready to embark on this journey with you all. Let us move forward with confidence and a shared vision for a brighter future. May God bless our union, may God bless Ghana, and may God bless our host country, China. Thank you. Daja Sheshe.
The mic was there when you were speaking.
Okay.